What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Lots of stuff to discuss again, give you my thoughts and opinions. We got some more beef that's continuing to brew between Joey Logano and Ty Gibbs. Then we got some big streaming TV news. Then we got some two little small things to cover. So I decided to break it all down. So let's go. First thing we're going to cover is looks like Interstate Batteries will be back with Joe Gibbs Racing. They will be on all 4 cars again. It's always great. I think Interstate Batteries is their longest tenured sponsor. They've been with Joe Gibbs Racing for the longest, and they continue to support. They used to just support Kyle Busch, for 1 or 2 races, a couple races during his season. But now they decided to spread out their sponsorship and gave everyone a race or 2. So that's always great. I gotta say, the paint scheme was really, really sick. I gotta say, the Toyota bumper is absolutely fire. I mean, Christopher Bell's Mobile 1 scheme was absolutely fire. I mean, it was so good. I love this bumper. I'm a big fan of the bumper. So, but all in all, great to see a long-term sponsor in Interstate Batteries continue their support in NASCAR and Joe Gibbs Racing. Next thing I wanted to cover, Ludacris, the rapper, the actor, is going to be performing during the St. Louis Gateway Raceway weekend. They're going to have a whole big concert week of different musicians that are going to be performing. Ludacris, I guess, will be the main guy, and they're calling it the Confluence 2024 Music Festival. This is crazy, right? To get that big of a guy performing on a NASCAR race. It'll be Ludacris, Riley Green, Adam Wainwright, Big and Rich, Brittany Spencer, Tim Duggar, and more, and Gretchen Wilson, and Cowboy Troy. I don't know half those people's names. I know Tim Duggar because he's now performing at all the freaking racetracks now. But this is just cool. And I think, look, I would say I would be a negative thing knowing that we're trying to be F1. But if we can find a way to get fans that don't like NASCAR at all to come to a NASCAR race because of this one artist, and then it's like a double package. They get to see some racing, and they get to see their favorite artists. I think it's a great package that could lead to more eyes on NASCAR. But all in all, I think this is really, really cool to get this big of an artist to come and perform at a NASCAR race. Next topic, ESPN, Fox, and Warner Bros. Are having a joint venture, be a service where you get all ESPN's channels, Fox's channels, and TNT, which is Warner Bros. This is big because 2 of those partners will end up covering NASCAR in the new TV deal and TNT and Fox. So this could be another platform where maybe it could be cheaper or better way to consume NASCAR, and because I know that the new TV deal can be confusing to really consume NASCAR. It'll be a much harder way, I guess, for some people. I don't think that way, but some people just aren't a big fan of having to pay for all these different streaming platforms to watch NASCAR. And look, like also Fox, who knows? Will in the future, Fox doesn't have a plus channel, right? So who knows if a race gets pushed back, will they end up putting it on this channel, right? All those little things that could happen. Same thing with TNT, a race gets pushed back where they have it on this channel where you can only watch it, right? Will you be able to watch highlights and race replays, right? So there's a lot of opportunity here to be able to consume NASCAR in a much better way. But this is definitely exciting. It'll be interesting to see how the NASCAR component really fits in with this, but really exciting stuff. Last thing we're going to do is the beef between Joey Logano and Ty Gibbs. Well, Matt Weaver from Sportsnet, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Well, he did an article. Joey Logano was back on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. He had some really interesting comments about the whole situation. There's a lot from Joey Logano, and I did want to read the one comment that Ty Gibbs made about the incident, but I'll jump right into it. This is from Logano. Ty and I have raced pretty hard with each other since last year, and we tried to have a talk to where we're going to start at 0. Then 3 weeks in a row where he was completely using me up. I had enough, right? You can only poke the bear so many times before the bear bites. I had enough at Martinsville, so I showed him I had enough. He called me afterwards, which I respected. Then Logano said, we had a conversation, came to my place, and we talked for about 30 minutes. I thought, man, that was pretty cool. He was very humble. We had a good conversation. And only for the first opportunity for us to race each other, that conversation to get completely used up on the restart, I get it. 10 laps to go in the class, we're going to be aggressive with each other, but to completely use me up in the fence, not going to be okay with me. So those are just some comments. He talked about they had a lot of instances last year that led to him shoving and wrecking Ty at Martinsville that also caused Ty's day and a bunch of other people, right? And it makes sense. Look, drivers want respect. And the whole incident there in the last lap, I've been listening to a lot of their podcasts. I was listening to Denny Hamlin, and the way it looked is that, yes, Ty got Logano loose. He made a mistake, came up the track a little too much, got into Logano, and got Logano loose, but then also Logano probably had help from his teammate Ryan Blaney, who hit him in the back bumper, so that probably pushed Logano even more up the track. That's what Denny Hamlin had to say. So that, there's rights versus wrongs, right? And there was some more from Logano talking about when he confronted Ty Gibbs. So obviously I'm mad about that. At the point, I wanted to make sure he knew that I was pretty upset about that, and that's not acceptable. Now, where do we go from here? I don't know. We had a conversation. He said all the right things. His words don't mean nothing to me anymore. So I'm not going to talk to him, but I don't really know the next to do. I'm at a loss at this point. Ty know he was upset and how, but he also says all the stuff that Ty said to him, like how he's been, watching this his whole life, that, none of those words mean anything to him. And it probably has to do with they had a conversation after Martinsville, right? And now that conversation, to me, I guess he didn't think really meant anything now, because they ended up being, he didn't feel like he got raced with, like God didn't feel like he got raced with respect. When it comes to this beef, we as NASCAR fans do not want it to end, right? We want it to continue. I think it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I don't see anything happening at Daytona because it's too dangerous to be trying to do anything stupid there. But this will definitely be an ongoing, interesting story to cover. Now, I did want to finish off what Ty Gibbs had to say about the whole incident. He's just mad that I ran him up, Gibbs told reporters afterwards. If you go back and look at the replay of the 12, Ryan Blaney kind of chucks him out of the way to it's a hard race at the end. This place is really hard to get your tires warm. Once the caution comes out, we all see everybody sliding around. I just got in there deep, and then just all kind of got tangled up after that. The guy just came to me and said that to me in a bunch of different words. And look, that's what I've been hearing from other people. Ty made a mistake, got out into it, but then Blaney probably gave him the extra bump that got him way loose up the track and kind of lost his chance to win the race. And look, Ty is really, really good. He's going to be good for a long time. He's young. He's inexperienced. He's going to improve. He'll definitely learn from these mistakes. He's also not going to let Logano bully him around, and he's not going to be afraid of Logano. That's what it sounds. That's what it definitely seems like from Ty. But it'll be interesting to see how this plays out again. It's not going to be in Daytona, but it probably won't be in Atlanta. So we'll see. I just think it depends how much they're racing around each other, and that's how I think we'll either how the beef will end or how it will continue into a larger amount. Thanks to you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. My goal is to just pump out as much content as I can in the best way, in the most fluently way out of my mouth as I possibly can. But hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe. If you did not see my last video talking about Denny Hamlin's comments on the Clash, and I went on a whole rant about Fox, go check that out. Besides that, guys, love you all. Goodbye.